everybody, it's just me and Bob at the dojo today. Today we're going to be focusing on some fight concepts. So forgive me because the introduction is going to be a little bit lengthy today, but I want to make sure that I touch on everything before we get to the other stuff that we're going to get to. So I just want everyone to understand that there are levels of escalation when it comes to weapons defenses, just like there is with everything else as far as your martial arts defense stuff is going to go. So for the first round of stuff, keep in mind that a weapons defense can be considered from anywhere from like a club to like a Barbie doll or anything that somebody's trying to hit you with. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a knife or like a crazy tire iron or something like that. It can literally just be an object that someone's swinging at you. So keep in mind, there are two types of objects. There's bladed objects and then there's going to be blunt objects. So second-degree black belt, if confronted in a situation where somebody wanted something in exchange and they were really threatening my life, I of course would give that thing to that person. So if it were my wallet or my purse or something else that they were after, then I would give it to them and try to run away. This stuff that I'm going to show you is if you guys don't necessarily have that option. So first things first, I want you guys to get your footwork about you. So for the first round of stuff, what I want you guys to practice is moving where you're backwards, but you can also keep an eye both directions. So I have an eye on that person and an eye on the direction that I'm going. So as soon as I move, my hands are sideways, kind of in a defensive position, and you're gonna practice shuffling backwards, but again, my peripherals are over here and also over here when I move. So shuffle very quickly out of the way. 3 more times just like that, hands up, shuffle, good. Reset, shuffle, good. Reset, and last one, go. Good job. I don't in fact have my wallet with me right now, but I'm gonna use this pen as an example. So if Bob were my assailant, he's kind of off camera, like let's say he's not quite in distance to hit me with whatever he's threatening me with. So I'm gonna toss this, as soon as he asks for it, I'm gonna go, yes sir, some sort of distraction, and then I'm throwing that, and I'm running. Warm-ups for this weapons defense series, you're gonna go backwards with your shuffle the same way you did before, and then as soon as you have enough distance where that person can't necessarily hit you, I'm gonna keep my eyes on them, and then I'm gonna turn and run as fast as I can. Now keep in mind, this is not when they have the opportunity to be able to hit me with that object that's in their hand. I've already created the distance before I'm running as fast as I can. If it's like a knife, some people can say like it's better to run in a zigzag. Yes, that may be the case. So maybe practice darting from side to side, but I want you guys to practice that shuffle backwards and then running a lap. So shuffle backwards, run, shuffle backwards, run. If you don't have a ton of space in the house, that's okay. The cool thing is you can kind of move things around, or you can practice just the 2 steps. So shuffle back once and then take 2 running steps. If you do have the extra room, please do practice that. Try to get to 10 of those. So shuffle back. Okay, so the next set of stuff is if maybe you don't necessarily have an opportunity to run, or maybe there's a wall behind you. So now we're gonna practice closing the distance on this person. So for this round, think of it like a blunt object coming at you in a circular motion. So your job is to cut the circle. Now keep in mind, this isn't very awesome if somebody has a short range cut, although it will work eventually. You just have to be able to do it off of a long range first. So long range trying to whack you. For those of you guys who know how to do it, half moon forward and then have your partner strike at you this way. So your job, defense-wise, is gonna be to step drag forward and then get your block out right away. So I'm gonna keep my hands open, like I'm trying to tell that person not to attack me. Keep in mind, open hands will also give that person the body language of, hey, 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 please don't attack me, as I'm actually trained in martial arts. So hands open and then in and block and counter. So I didn't mention that before, but you're also gonna add a counter strike right away, because with a weapon, you're not messing around. So especially if you have to react right away. So I step drag forward with my left foot, block number 2, hammer strike towards their nose. So one more time, step drag forward, block number 2, hammer strike. Now in real time, I would like you guys to speed this up pretty quickly. So hands open just like this. Keep them in front of you, like, whoa, 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 please don't hurt me. Step drag forward, block strike right away. So one more time, in, light switch. Again, light switch. Last one, light switch. Good job. And then the next round, I'm gonna show you guys from this direction just so it's a little bit easier. So I'm step dragging forward at this person, blocking with my left hand, again striking with my right hand with a hammer strike towards the nose. Step drag, block strike. 2 more rounds. Step drag, block strike. Step drag, block strike, all at the same time. Go! Good. Now I want you guys to practice that. Now that I've shown you guys that technique, I want you guys to practice that step drag forward, block and strike combination 10 times. Here's how you're gonna vary it though. As soon as I step drag forward, my step drag can be little, like if they're in close, or if it's a long range thing and they started really far away, my step drag's gotta be a lot deeper. So I want you guys to try to vary the distance of your step drags. So make them little, make them medium, sorry, my hand should have been open. Make them long, make them really long. Practice that about 15 or so times, but get really. All right guys, so like I was mentioning before, this can be off of a blunt object. So a blunt object can be something as silly as a sibling trying to hit their other sibling with a Barbie doll. I of course would not hammer strike my sibling in the face, but I would definitely block. I don't like it when my older brother used to pick on me, and I definitely would block him if he tried to hit me. And eventually he stopped trying to hit me, so that's kind of the way it goes. Later, however, if it's somebody trying to really, really hurt you, whether it be like a stick or a tire iron or something that's blunt but maybe a little bit more serious, a bat for example, I'm really, really striking in right at their face. Now, if somebody's really trying to hurt me, I'm also gonna follow up from here. So I grab on to whatever that thing is, so the person's wrist rather, not the actual object, grab the back of their head, and then I'm gonna knee right away. So Sensei Devin, I think, is gonna touch a little bit more on this one, so I wanna get to some other topics. So one more time, step drag forward, block and strike, hold. Knee is gonna be the first round. The second round is gonna be a little bit more, Okay, hi guys, I brought in reinforcements today, so you'll hear my neighbor's dance party going on in his garage. Don't mind him, feel free to dance along if you'd like to, but we're also gonna do some karate. So next round of stuff, playing off of that block and that hammer strike that we just did a second ago, now you're gonna do another technique. So step in with your right foot, block with your left, hammer strike towards the nose the same way we did before, but this time we're gonna add some stuff. Grab, redirect to break their arm, cross hand hammer into their ribs, grab with your right hand all the way down to the club, side kick, crossover on guard. So one more time from this direction, and then I'll show you guys the other way too. Step in, strike, hold, break, cross hand hammer, slide, kick, crossover on guard. One more time this way. Step in, right hammer, redirect with your right hand, right cross hand hammer, grab, right side kick, crossover on guard. The club is yours now. So this is my lovely aunt. She's gonna beat me up today. I don't feel good beating her up, so she's gonna beat me up instead. So as soon as I try to grab a hold of her, yep, she goes to grab me, and then strike, strike, and then side kick, crossover, on guard. Nice job, yeah. And just a second ago, she was mentioning, hey, that sounds like, that's kind of a lot. Well, yes, it is, but that's why we do a lot of follow-up, like I was mentioning before. So if one of these stops the bad guy and I'm done, then I can be done even before the end of the technique. So one more time, she's trying to meander away from me. Nope. Ready? As soon as I come at her, step in, strike by my face. Yep. And then redirect, break my hand. Bam. And then side kick, crossover, on guard. Look at that. She's a quick learner. Thank you. For the next round, guys, I wanted, it looks like if somebody's slightly shorter, so I brought in somebody way tougher than me. This is my grandma. She's gonna hit me a lot. She likes to. So as soon as I try to hit her, she's like, oh no you didn't, and she's gonna get me. So in, strike, break, redirect, grab, bam, right in the knee. So you'll notice she made a couple of really, really awesome adjustments based on her size. Her first, when she was striking into my ribs, instead of a cross hand hammer, because she didn't have the room, she used a side. Side elbow instead of a cross hand hammer because she realized she was a little bit close to me, and she also kicked me in the knee instead of kicking me in the rib just because she was pretty close and her hip is bothering her just a little bit today. So kicking me down low was effective as well. So one more time, somebody who's a little bit shorter than you and also who has the ability to beat your butt on the daily, she's gonna come get me. So as soon as I try to attack her, she's gonna step in, strike my nose, break my arm, hit me in the ribs, grab onto my club as she side kicks and takes it away. So one more time, guys. She's gonna step in, bam, strike, break my arm, get me in the ribs, take my club away from me and cross over on guard, like come get some. Thank you. Okay, so in review, step in with your right foot, block with your left hand, strike with your right hand, redirect right hammer, right cross hand hammer, start to take the club, side kick, crossover on guard. So I want you guys to go through that hammer strike technique about 10 times or so. That's going to conclude our class for today. If you guys have any questions, please make sure you text or email me, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, bye guys.